Welcome to Elementary Special Area and Canvas. Um, just a little bit about myself. I am an elementary music teacher here in Orlando at Lancaster Elementary. I think I just shared my screen. There you go. You can see me now. So I've been in the county for about 6 years now, at Lancaster for about 3. So I know with my special area team, when this all started to happen, they were very confused about how to use Canvas. And I was lucky enough to be part of my school's DCTL team, which stands for Digital Curriculum Teacher Leader. And so I I was able to learn about Canvas for the past couple of years, and so I was able to help them out. But I know that a lot of other schools don't really have the help for special area teachers, so I just wanted to help you guys out and just give you a basic understanding of how to use Canvas. So, if you guys notice in the chat box, I did provide a link to a Google Slides document. This is my presentation that I'm going to show you today, but a lot of what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be doing a lot of my my share screen, so I can show you how to do it on Canvas itself. So let's go ahead and get started. Uh-oh, link says we do not have access. Okay. Let me get that fixed real fast. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Okay, I will do it. I'll have to do it at the end of the session just so I don't have to bore you guys with that. So I will get that to you guys later, I promise. Okay, so first, what is Canvas? Canvas is a learning management system, and what that is, it's the program that OCPS has decided to use to house our online digital classroom. But first thing I want to tell you is the Canvas help button is so amazing. There are step-by-step instructions about how to do each of the different things, and it's really fabulous, and I use it all the time to figure out how to help other people and how to help myself. So definitely use the help. It's great. There's even a chat to talk to people, and it's fantastic, but their step-by-step procedures are great. So Canvas is just a website to house your digital classroom. Now, on first, what I want to talk to you guys about is your Sandbox course. Everyone should have a Sandbox course with your name, and it's your name, Sandbox. A Sandbox is just a blank area to create courses that does not connect with students at all. And you can import any content to Commons or from Commons to your Sandbox course, so nothing in your actual classes gets changed around if you import something and you don't like it. So it's a great way to just have a little play area to figure things out and stuff like that. I will show you how to create a Canvas course also if you need to. So I will go ahead and start doing that. So you should see my screen, hopefully. Yes, there you guys have it. And this is what you guys see. I mean, yours will obviously look a little different, but this is my dashboard with all of my different classes. I have combined all of my grade level classes together, and I'm definitely going to show you how to do that because that was a big, scary thing that I saw when I first logged into Canvas. So over here on the right-hand side, it says create a Sandbox course. Now, you may not need a second Sandbox course, but it's just helpful to have a place, like if you want to do just have to organize your Canvas a little bit better. So I'm going to call this special area training and a shortcut Wednesday, because today's Wednesday, I think. I don't know. Do we ever really know right now? Okay, so when you first create your Canvas, you have a blank page, and this is what all of your classes will look like if you've never touched your Canvas page, which is also why I'm showing you a blank Studium. So Okay, sorry, I was just checking the chat for a second, just make sure everyone's up to page. Okay, so this is your Sandbox or any of your classes itself, and it's just completely blank, and you have nothing there. So before you do anything to all of this, you're probably wondering about um, all your different classes. You can organize all of your different classes a couple of different ways. I did it by grade level. So I put all of my kindergarten classes into one group. And so all I have to do is push out to the kindergarten group. Now, you may want to organize it a little bit differently. You may want to organize it in whatever way you want. But the way to do that, actually, there's a great Canvas help page that I'm going to show you to be able to do that. Okay, so on the Google Slides, you're going to see this site, and you're going to be able to go to Canvas just like this. And I will even copy this so you guys can see it now. Okay, so what they're doing is called cross-listing a section into a course as an instructor. So you have K1, KO1, KO2, KO3, all those different classes for the different grade levels. It gets very, very overwhelming to see all of that. So if we just go through this step-by-step process, you'll be able to figure it out a little bit better. What you want to do is you want to go into whatever class you want to be the main hub. I would suggest finding the O1s, like mine are set up as KO1 or 301, depending. So it's grade level, and then like the section number, I guess. So I would just try to find the O1s just to keep it common. And what you would do is in the O1 course, you would go into settings and then go into the sections tab. Actually, no. First, before that, here. Okay, so I would go into the O1, and then under course details, it would say an SID number. I would just copy that so you have it. And then when you go into like the O2 class, that's when you go to the settings, go to the sections, and then click on, it would be O2 up here. Click on that, press cross list this section, and then search. Go ahead and copy and paste what you copied earlier, or paste what you copied earlier into there, and then you'll be able to cross list that section. I know it sounds a little crazy, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that right now. So I'm in my Canvas course. So what I would do is go down to settings and say this is my 3rd grade section 1. Of course, it doesn't have it in Sandbox. Never mind. I will go to my 3rd grade class. This is what my class looks like. I love Harry Potter and Disney, so there you go. Go to settings. And right here, there's an SISID number. I would copy that, okay? Just control copy that onto something else. And then you would go to the next class, like 302 or 303 or whatever. Go to sections up here. You would not see all of this. You would only see the one it is. You would press the first one. And since I've already cross-list my things, I would say cross-list over here on the right. But since I've already done that, it doesn't make sense for me to do it again. So that's how you cross-list. That helped me a lot because it combined all of my grade levels together, and it was able to see, I was able to push all of my 5th grade stuff to just my 5th graders and such and such. I've seen other teachers also do primary and intermediate. So they have a K to 2 section and a 3 to 5 section, just to make it a little bit easier for them to organize that. Okay, so you have your page. What should you do first? You should probably create a home page just so it's something the kids see as soon as they log in. Now they have a couple of different options I'm showing you here. It's you can do an activity stream, the make a page to make the front page, which was I did with the Harry Potter picture and all of that stuff. Um, you can do your course modules, your assignments, syllabus, whatever you choose. It's fine. I chose a front page just because I wanted to make it me. My kids know I'm a little, fun and happy, so I wanted a bright, colorful homepage for when they log in, they see that. So I will go to my sandbox that I just created. Hopefully. Here it is. So I have my course here. What I would do first thing is try to choose a home page. Oh, I can't use a page because there's no pages there. So what I would do is go to pages on the left-hand side, press add a page, title it homepage 2019 to 2020 or whatever you want to do. Then I would type in here is where you will see all of your class assignments or whatever you want to add in there. You can add pictures by this button over here on the right saying images. You can save search, or you can upload a picture from your computer. The way I created my homepage is I actually pulled up PowerPoint, created it on PowerPoint, and then using the scissors, I snipped it and then pasted it as a picture. So then you press save. Now, there's a thing called published. If you don't publish it, the kids will never see it. It has to be published. So you want to publish this right here. And now, if you go back to your home page, if you try to choose a home page, oop, I missed a step. I'm sorry. Now, I have my home page. I need to use as front page. There's that step. And now I can choose my home page and use that front page right there. So I can save that right there. And this is now what they see when they pop up. You can create links. I did on my classes. Again, I'll go to third grade.
Hey, Courtney.
Yes.
They're not seeing your screen anymore.
Oopsies, I am so sorry. I am so sorry, friends. I see the swirling thingy. That's fantastic.
All right, now we're back.
Okay, there we go. I am so sorry about that, guys. Where do I need to pick up from then?
I would probably go back to moving a page into enacting it as a home page.
Perfect. Sounds good. Okay, so I'm going to go into the section I just created. Okay, so pages. You're going to see something that says you don't have any pages, add a page. It's going to look like this. You press add a page, and then you can edit the page. I titled mine homepage 2019-2020. You input all this stuff. You can input images from here. Like I said earlier, you can search the web or upload from your computer. Then you press save. Make sure it's published. Then I would view all pages. And by clicking these three buttons on the right-hand side, you can select as front page, as I already did. And then when you go home, choose your home page, and then you can choose that page that you said, or if you have different pages, you can always change it up and have it like that. So from there, you can, like I said earlier, you can create links. I have links on my homepage, just very simple. Here's a where it goes to modules, and I have an About Me page. I did that at the beginning of the school year. I have announcements on my homepage as well, and I can show you guys how to do that. And then here's my picture that I made on PowerPoint. So after you create your homepage, there is, sorry, let me go back to this. Okay. So you're going to want to create modules. A module is kind of like the unit, I would say. And the unit would be, distance learning or whatever you want to call it. And it's where all of the different, you can have pages, assignments, and I'll go over the definitions of all these quizzes and stuff like that all in one spot for the kids to see and for the kids to go through and see what they're supposed to do next, after next, after next. So I would go to modules. Just double checking that you see my screen. Yes. And okay, it says create a module or add existing content. Create new module. Module name I have right now for my module names, I have distance learning. The really cool thing about distance learning is you can, or with the modules, you can have it unlock on certain times. So if you want the week of April 6th to be open, you can have it unlock on Monday at midnight, so they don't see anything in the future until you want them to see it. So if this was next week's module, I would press the 13th, done. It won't open for students until Monday at midnight. And you can even set a time if you want to, but midnight's good for me. So I have this module. There's nothing in it, but I have a title of distance learning. Here's what you need to do. This plus button over here has a drop-down menu of all the different things you can add to your module. A page, so I'll just go through. Okay, so an assignment is if you want students to submit something besides a quiz, like if you want them to submit a URL link or, a picture of something and stuff like that. Here's, like for example, I did an assignment for them to upload a URL link from Incredibox, and it's this website where you get to create your own like beatbox thing. And so they submitted the URL to me via the assignment page. So the way I did that is you just name it, have a new assignment, add item. I have this down here. I click into Incredibox, and there's nothing there because I haven't added anything to it. And so what I did, when you go in here, you can type the instructions. So the instructions go here. Give it an amount of points. I'll give it 10 points. Submission type. Online, on paper, external tool. So online, it would give them different options to how to turn it in. This is how they're going to turn it in to you. Do you want a text entry, a URL, file uploads, whatever you want. So art teachers, you could have them file upload like a picture of the art that they created. The URL is what I used for Incredibox. PE, you guys could do file uploads as well as them like doing the jumping jacks or something like that. So if you want something besides just a quiz, this is the way to do it. The other options, obviously we can't really turn anything on paper right now, but they can also, the external tool would be a URL and something like that as well. But I would suggest just the online submission, whatever you want to choose for that. You can assign it to certain sections, like if one section in your class was like in your classes itself, you know that this section was doing this activity and they already went ahead, you can assign a different assignment to them and only assign it to certain students. So once you've finished that, what you want to do is you want to save or save and publish. It's yelling at me. Um, and then when you go back to your modules, you'll see that there's the 10 points I gave it and all this stuff. Now, I told you earlier, everything needs to be published. So this button right here, it's a gray circle. You need to press that and it turns everything under here green. Okay, so that's just, we're going through the different ones. So that was an assignment. A quiz. Quizzes are really cool. There's actually 2 different types of quizzes you can do. But you have to set up your course to be able to create a new type of quiz. So you can also get all of these buttons over here. So if I go over to quizzes, I have no quizzes available, but if I press plus quiz, I have the option of choosing a classic quiz or a new quiz. You may not have that option, and I'm going to show you how to get that option. You go down to settings, feature options, and then new quizzes right here needs to be on. Now, new quizzes, I'll show you an example of those. They're fun. They're more interactive than general quizzes because the original quizzes were, multiple choice, text box answers, stuff like that, what you would see on an online quiz. But the new quizzes are kind of cool because you can upload a worksheet or a picture, and then they can like create hotspots and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and look at those new quizzes. Again, assignment name, so I'm going to April 13th. 10 points, mission type, save. You can add due dates for the end of the week if you want to. I haven't added due dates because with my population, I don't know who's coming on, who's coming off. It's just safer. Just leave everything open. They can get to me what they can. So you press new, and then here's all the different types of ways you can use the new quizzes. Now that seems like a lot, so I'll just go through a couple of them. Some of these are like normal quizzes, but the really cool ones are sorry, that was the wrong one. Like categorization. So what you can do is you can have your question type here, question title, and then what is the question? And then from here, you can categorize it. Like you can do the opposites for music, for example. Tempo is fast, slow, dynamics, loud, soft. You can do the different categories and stuff like that. The reason I really like Canvas and I want to show you this because it is applicable to the special area classes, which is why I was doing this, because I know we see the entire school and it can be very overwhelming, but this can be adapted into our class as well. So you can do a quiz. I haven't done any of the new quizzes just yet because I just learned about them about like a month or 2 ago, but they are something that I'd like to introduce in the next couple weeks. I just have to play with it a little bit more. And that's a lot of what this is just playing with Canvas, setting it up. Make sure you do it on your Sandbox, because if you accidentally mess something up, it won't affect your actual class itself. But you're probably thinking, how do I take all my stuff from that's in my Sandbox and put it into my my actual classes? And that is actually a very simple task. What you need to do is go down to settings. Everything's under settings. And it says import course content. So I press that, select one, copy a Canvas course. I'm going to look for my other Sandbox. Now, this is very, 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 very important. Do not press all content, because that means everything that is in your Sandbox would transfer over to your 4th grade class or whatever. And so you want to press select specific content so you can pick exactly what you want to go into this class. So if you have like a kindergarten assignment, you don't want that to go to fifth grade. So you get to pick and choose what you want in there. So you press import and you get to select what you want. Now I have this is my other sandbox that I have. I have my distance learning modules. I have some stuff from my kindergarten class that I've been doing throughout the year. Quizzes, assignments, question banks, all this stuff that I have. My homepage is on here. So everything you would need from my sandbox would be able to import directly into this other sandbox or your actual course. So I will open up going to the farm. That's a fun one. Once you select it, it goes ahead and gets queued. Yes, you can select multiple options. I just did the one. The more you choose, it will take longer. It says running here. What I did is I imported an entire module into this class. And so once we get that up and running, you'll be able to see the new module up on the class. Okay. So it's completed. I go back to modules and I see my going to the farm unit that I do every year for the first month or 2 months of kindergarten. It's fantastic. But that's another great thing is next year I can also import all of this stuff. It's all saved on your Canvas. You can import it from previous years and all that stuff. So you just do it all in your sandbox and then you can import it into your different classes. So if I want to, so let's continue with this. Sorry, I got off track. File is just uploading a file that you have for them to do an assignment with or whatever. A page is what I use most commonly. Like you can see here are the past pages I've already used. Create a new page, directions. It's exactly what I did for the homepage. It's just a blank canvas for you guys to be able to write anything. You can upload YouTube videos here. You can upload links to Google Apps, stuff like I know Brainpop used to be on here, but I know my PE coach has been having a lot of problems with Brainpop. But it's all here for them to access. Like you can upload YouTube videos right here and it will directly go to them. And then it takes away all of the ads. It does do the little banner ads at the bottom, but it gets rid of the ad. So you just search for a music video or a video on here. Search for it. Pretty sure there you go. I can embed the video and it will pop up directly on their screen. So they can watch that video, sing along, or if for PE, do the workout with the video. For art, you can like someone drawing a picture and the directions for that and stuff like that. So if it's on YouTube, you can directly put it in there. I've been having a lot of parents email me that they're confused about how to get to something online. And so what I've been doing is I have created a couple of videos through Studio for how-to processes. Oh, someone posted about the Brainpop, so that's great. But Studio, so when I save the page, it pops up there. They can see the video and they can sing along. They can do whatever. This next button and the previous button I showed you earlier, that is all in the one spot. So if I go to the Incredibox assignment, I press, after I submit that, I can press next, and it would bring me to the YouTube video that I just put. Okay, I know I got sidetracked. So Studio is on the left-hand side.
Courtney, pause
Yes.
really fast. There was a question from Ellen a few minutes ago,
Okay.
and I just reposted it in the chat
Okay.
about assignment groups and assignments if you want to address that.
Okay.
I think it's easier to
I
show.
Yeah, I just do everything as assignment. It just goes into the grade book. Like, it would be if you to have your grade book and you organize it like daily participation, quizzes, assignments. It would organize it like that. But I normally just do it as an assignment and just leave it. Um, like I always, even the quizzes, all that stuff, I always just post it as it's an assignment grade, just to keep it organized in that way. Because for me, it's not that big of a deal. Um, I hope that answers the question. Okay, perfect. Okay, so Studium, as you can see, here's how my how-to videos. You can also upload YouTube videos. Um, if you want them to watch a video and answer questions, you can actually import questions into the video to stop the video and say, "What did this just happen here?" or something like that. So it's a really cool thing that you can do. What you would do is create quiz down here. What this says is hide question markers on timeline for students. I would press that because I know my students, they would probably just go to the question points and try to answer and just get it out of the way instead of watching the entire video. At least that's what I would do as a student. So go ahead and get started. You watch the video, you pause it, and then when you pause it, you can press the plus button to add a multiple answer, true or false, multiple choice question. So you would say, what is the letter of the first space of, and you would put all the different answer choices in there, press save, but I didn't because I didn't finish the question. And then as they watch the video, those would pop up. So it's a really great way. So for the PE videos, as they're doing the workout, pause the video and say, what kind of exercise was this? Is it stretching your muscles? Is it, cardio, weightlifting, whatever. I'm definitely not a PE teacher, so don't judge. Um, and you can tell which ones you've already made quizzes with this little rocket on the top right hand corner, which is kind of cool. But the reason I brought you to Studio is because of the screen recording. I did it this morning with the music studio assignments, and all it does is you can talk to it or just do a video of the screen to show students and parents how to get to something. For the music teachers, I know we have something called Music Studio, and a lot of my parents were having problems getting to the correct grade level. So I was able to record that for them. And what you do is you press this record button. It does ask you, and then you have two things. You can either do the webcam or a screen capture. And so what you do is the screen capture, it's asking you to download something. It's all OCPS, so it's fine. I've already downloaded it, so it should work. The reason I really like it as well is because you can shape the screen a certain way. So if you don't want something to be seen, like the top, like how many tabs you have open on your browser or whatever, it's fine. So you have I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't because it's a different application. I actually have this. Actually, I think I can share that with you. I'm stopping. I'm changing to this. Okay. Hopefully this works. We'll see. I want to show you the squares and the what I see, the frame of how you can adjust it. see if it works. If it doesn't, it's not a big deal. All it is it's a box, just like if you're cropping a picture on Word document or PowerPoint or something, it's got the grid and you can adjust it to your screen so you can show them only this part of your screen, if that makes sense, because it is not wanting to share that with me. I guess I can go through make sure I haven't missed anything. Okay, this is probably where we're at. So you can go through and you can click the different tabs and it will still record it for you. You can talk to be able to go walk through the video, or you can um, you just do visuals, no talking, and just it does really cool with the arrow. It will have a circle around the arrow as you like click through it, so they can see where you're clicking and stuff like that. Okay. Now, if I were to go back into my sandbox that I created for you guys, I want to show you how to get your announcements on your main screen because I thought that was very important. As you can see here, always publish everything. So I just published that for Sandbox. It doesn't really do anything, but at least it's done. At least that's what I found. Publishing my Sandbox doesn't do much. So couple of things with this left hand side. You can see some stuff that says that has like a picture of an eye with a slash through it. That means the kids cannot see it. Which is great because if you don't need them seeing all the files, you have your syllabus and all of this stuff, you can hide it from them. We're going to do that right now. We can go to settings. You go to navigation and here it is. So if you don't want discussions or they don't need to see who's in the class, what you do is you press the 3 buttons and press disable for whatever you don't want the kids to see. Then, very important, scroll down to the bottom, press the save button. Then you should notice my screen has a lot more of those eyes with the slash through it. If it doesn't have it, they can see it. Now, notice my announcements has a slash through it, but it's here in the stuff they should see. That's because there's no announcements. But for students to be able to see announcements, there's no way to publish it on their main dashboard screen. They would just have to know to go into the announcements. But if you go to course details, scroll down to the bottom and press more options, you can actually have them show at the top of the screen your last couple of announcements that you posted. And an announcement is just a quick blurb about, hey, this is coming up. Please make sure to check out your assignments for this week. So you do that, you update the course details. You can pick the number of announcements it shows. It automatically sets to 3, which is fine by me. So an announcement, again, still has the eyeball because there's no announcements on there. So I go ahead, click the announcement, topic title, distance learning. And then you would write, hello, you would type whatever you want in here saying, please check out our modules for your assignments, whatever. Post to all your sections. You can even delay the posting for, again, like at midnight when the new module opens, you can delay it for that. Also, really cool button, allow liking. The students can like your announcement. It's just a fun little thing that they can do. And here is my announcement. Go back to the home page. Don't know why that eyeball's there, but you can see that the announcement is posted above my home page. So if you need to get something out to them, they can see that. Now, I know all of us have 6 different grade levels, and unfortunately, there is no way to blast an announcement to all the different grade levels. What you do, put it in your Sandbox and then import it when you import everything else as well. Or what I've done in the past is just copy the announcement and paste it over in each of the different grade levels. I know it seems like a lot, but it gets easier with time, I promise. So we have about 10 minutes left. Does anyone have any questions? I know I went through a lot. I talk very fast. I'm sorry. Um, yeah. And remember, you do have access to be able to speak if you don't want to type it out. That's fine. You can just. How do you import an image to your dashboard? Oh, that is fantastic. Thank you. I forgot about that. Okay. So if you notice, my dashboard has all of these pictures for the different grade levels. Um, so what you do is you go into your course, go down to settings, and from here, it's right here. Course details, choose your image. You can upload it. Um, you can drag and drop. You can't like search, but you have like just upload a picture from here. So you would search your computer and stuff like that. When I press this, my computer popped up and said where to upload the image from. Again, I did all of my images that I created. I made it in a PowerPoint and just snipped it and saved it as whatever it was, and then uploaded it that way. Using the PowerPoint or anything like that, it just made it a lot easier to snip it. And if you don't know what snip means, it's literally screenshot only a section of your screen rather than the entire screen. Um, the if you have a Windows computer, there's a snipping tool, or if you use Mac, I believe it's Command Shift 4. Uh, does anyone else have any questions? I hope this was helpful. I know that Canvas is a lot, but as if you take it piece by piece and just a little bit by a little bit, it does get better. There's a lot to it. I could go on for hours and hours, but I didn't want to overwhelm you guys. I just wanted to show you a little bit of the basics. Thank you. I hope you guys are all keeping safe as well, social distancing yourselves. This is definitely not the way I normally teach music, but it's a process and we're getting through it and we're all working together. I will do the permissions right now. Thank you, Courtney, for the reminder. That should work. That should be only to view it, but if you want a copy for yourself, hopefully this link works as well.